So I promised you another fun deck tech. This is something that I am pretty excited about. Um, I've been fiddling with this deck for a little while, and I want to be clear. This is not meant to be a competitive deck. This is not meant to be anything crazy. This is just meant to be fun, something that I enjoyed thinking about, and then I've now built. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Also, pardon the background. It is people are home today, and so I am hiding in the quiet part of the room, so quiet part of the house, so that y'all don't have to hear all that background noise. But now I will go ahead and share my screen. So as you can see, I made this deck called Vikings and Dragons. Very creative name. I assure you, it definitely doesn't just tell you what's in the deck. And it's based around this combo that I have thought about doing several times. Ragnar Bloodbane, whenever you seize a stone in battle, move it to this realm. On round start, gain a free attack. And then you play Dwarven Vault in the same realm as Ragnar. Stones can't be seized from battles in this realm, so then you just have a bunch of stones in a realm where they can't be seized. But I also leaned in a bunch to the, horde mechanic and getting stuff done. It's pretty much, I'm not sure why that's in here. It's pretty much an entirely Sulfera deck, except for a few of the Patria things that benefit off of having things of the same class, like Viking or Dragon. So we've got cards like Alistair, a lot of cards that have Horde. Or just focus on if you control a stone. Like Alistair decrease Horde abilities. Blinsworth has a Horde ability and is a dragon. Blood-Eye Dragonette is... I didn't want to run a ton of item removal, so I have Blood-Eye Dragonette, 2 birds, 1 stone. Borin lets me draw cards for stones that I control. Bylar Pyroforge is gonna let me put pluses on either dragons or Vikings. Probably Vikings. That was the goal here. Cindermaw is just a cool dragon, and the goal is to be seizing stones pretty consistently, so hopefully I should be able to cheat him out with moderate regularity. Corrupted Prismation Behemoth, it just makes sense. We want more stones for more energy, particularly in Horde. Drogothar is just in here for flavor and because he's a good dragon and it has a good ability. I pretty much put every Viking in here except for the one that triggers off of spells. His name is not Viking Phantom Caster, something like that. I don't remember. So I put a bunch of Vikings in here, and Sigrid. Sigrid is another key piece in here. Whenever you attack in any other realm, you may spend 1 energy to create a 1 power Viking. So make a bunch of Vikings. Vikings go burr. Skaldar Grimshade. I love Unconfined Dust Howler. It is such a fun card. I really thought about running 2 of him, but this is what I went with for now. I haven't had a chance to play this deck yet, so there is that. Viking Sage of the Forge. We like getting free attacks. Corruption Warp and Rage of the Ancients. Corruption Warp, I haven't gotten to put it in a deck yet, and I wanted to, and potentially there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legendaries in this deck, so probably more than some other decks that I have, so it could go really well. I also have the Phoenix Pub in here, so I can board wipe. We get to keep all my stuff. And of course, Rage of the Ancients, name a class, either Viking or Dragon, double the power of wonders you control, gain 2 free attacks. We like free attacks in this deck. It's a very good thing. Cooking Pot of the Eternal Fire. This deck is great because the goal is to be doing lots of battles, and hopefully getting a bunch of counters on here to be able to actually activate this ability. I don't know that I'd actually make that happen, but it's a cool thing to like try and work towards, play a game to actually achieve that. Dwarven Vault for aforementioned reasons. Equipped Wonder and all wonders you control of the same class get +2. Make Vikings or dragons even bigger. Horned Skull of the Minotaur. While this is tapped, wonder you control of the named class get +2. Again, make big. Same with Patrian Home Cooked Meal. Thunder Crash Axe allows me to boost things in a specific area and get a free attack. Land-wise, Brimstone Crypt, nothing crazy. Some pluses for dragons. The untapped lands, which they have their DBS increase, which is really nice. They haven't been decreased yet. That's what it is. Forgive me for not speaking super well today. Serpent's Embrace. Once per round, when you create one or more tokens, create a 1-power plant token here. So that's really good if I'm using Sigurd to create a bunch of tokens. Blazing Phoenix Pub, Volcanic Waste, Vulcan Veil. All of these are good things. And then Aether Valkyr. Again, I'm not sure why Blossom Wyvern is in here. I think I added it by accident. So 20 Viking tokens, 5 Aether Valkyrs, so that I can have some Vikings with flying, a bunch of Iron Shield Berserkers, Iron Shield Marauders, Iron Shield Warlords, just a bunch of Viking tokens to make hopefully a bunch of Vikings. Like I said, it's nothing crazy. I haven't gotten the chance to play it yet, so I don't know where the weaknesses are. I think one of the things could be that the curve. I've got a decent number of 1-drops, but I've also got a lot of high cost cards, stuff in the 3, 4, 5, 6 range. And so it could be possible for me to get a bad starting hand and just not be able to start the game off well, which for this deck, that would be an issue tempo-wise. This is a deck that's meant to get going early and just go. And keep moving forward, keep taking stones, keep the game consistent. I've thought about adding Fire Grimoire for card draw. I know other than Borin, there's not a ton of card draw in this deck. So it's one of those things where I'm just wondering what I can do better with this deck. I won't know until I play it. I'm sure a bunch of y'all will take a look at this and go, I bet you could do this, or I bet you could do that. And I'd love to know in the comments what you think. Obviously, this is not meant to be a meta deck. This is just meant to be a meme deck. Not really a meme deck, but it's meant to be a for fun deck. I built it because I like the idea, because I love Sigrid, and because the idea of combining Ragnar and Dwarven Vault, or combining Corruption Warp and Blazing Phoenix Buff. There's just a bunch of combos in here that I could pull off that I think would be fun. So, that's what I got for you today. I promised you a deck tech on this deck today, so very excited about getting this out. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, and keep being your wonderful selves.